listener production.
Welcome to Take a Hike Podcast, a podcast that's going to be taking you through North Queensland's best parks and trails. Guiding us through the podcast today from the Townsville Bushwalking Club is Cherry Judge, Lewin Warnicky, and I'm Blair Woodcock. Bit of a different episode today. We're going to be joined by a very, very, very special guest very shortly, but Lewin thought I would throw a question at you because obviously on Wonder Stories we see lots of different stories about all these different waterfalls around the region. And I thought to myself, best question to ask you today was what makes the best waterfall? What are the features?
Well, the features, it doesn't have to be about the waterfall. It could be about the view or the journey to the waterfall. But for me, a waterfall that's unique, it has different features, maybe a cave, maybe it's a long single drop like Wallerman, or there's many things that make up a good waterfall.
What about if it's like 5 metres from the car park?
I think it takes away from it.
So there you go, right? Okay, so you want to put the journey in.
Yeah, the journey, definitely. Like Wallerman Falls, it's beautiful, right? And you're always gobsmacked when you see it, but I think if there was maybe a kilometre walk to get to it, it would be even better.
Well, it's better from the bottom, right?
It is.
Where the journey is.
Get the endorphins in.
That's right. So what's your favourite waterfall then?
That's a tough one. I don't have a favourite.
Yes, you do.
I can't pick. I can't pick from all these children.
You have to. Everyone always got a favourite dog or a child. They just don't admit it.
Well,
the waterfalls won't get offended.
Within 30 minutes of Townsville, there's probably the terraces. And there are multiple waterfalls, but that's...
So are you saying the terraces are your favourite waterfalls?
Within 30 minutes of Townsville, yes. Yeah, there's a constraint there.
Yeah, I can tell. You got to take the constraint off. Favourite waterfall, what is it?
Okay, well, the best waterfall in all of Queensland.
I'm happy with that one.
It's Mutrupa Falls up in the Russell River area.
Where's that?
It flows off of Bartlefria.
Right.
The highest mountain in Queensland.
It's not the one you lost your phone on?
No, not this time.
Is that the one you guys hiked to the other week?
Yeah, a couple of months ago, and we paddled the Russell River as well a few more months ago than that.
Is it hard to get to?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Oh, yeah, but you're hard, all right.
There's a bit of a rough bush
hard.
track, about 15 kilometres in.
Okay. What was it called again?
Mutrupa.
And it'd be on Wonder Stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So check it out there if you're interested. Or the terraces, which if you're in within 30 minutes. But you don't have one overall favourite. Like around the world, what would you say is the best one? Come on.
I don't have one. There's some like Iguazu Falls. Or there's like the similar one in North Vietnam and China border. I can't remember the name of that one. But those are pretty impressive.
Okay.
Let's go with those two.
There you go. You did it. Took us a few minutes, but we got there. Your favourite waterfall. Congratulations. All right, let's move on because we are joined in the studio by Professor Jodie Rummer, a very special guest. In fact, Lewin's partner of 5 years, but an amazing scientist in her own right, marine biologist. I can't believe this. So you started in sports physiology, studying what? People and sports movement, and then moved into animals.
Well, I've never actually studied people.
Right, okay.
I just thought physiology was really interesting, and being an athlete myself, I thought, well, how could I merge two of my favorite things together into a career? So I apply the physiological concepts that we usually associate with people to fish and sharks.
That's
and
pretty cool.
Try to understand how they're coping with changes in their environment, such as those associated with climate change.
Already I'm seeing Lewin's adventures through rainforests and mountains, and I don't know, for some strange reason, I'm picturing your Insta feed full of near attacks by great white sharks and tiger sharks and everything else. Is that about accurate?
Well, the sharks that I usually work with are quite a bit smaller than a big tiger shark or a great white, but yeah, there's a lot of that. Our friends jokingly call us surf and turf.
I can understand. Makes complete sense. Well, we thought we'd bring you in today because, well, as we've just heard as well, he's hard to pin down a great waterfall. So I think we're going to get some truth out of you here as well. But hearing his stories of, well, surf and turf of you guys, obviously, I thought it'd be great to hear about couples that adventure together because I'm assuming you get either dragged along or you drag him along on some wild and crazy adventures every weekend. Am I right?
Yeah, you're correct. We do a lot of adventures together, and I think couples that adventure together stay together.
Precisely, yeah, I agree.
Well, let's go straight to the worst part because how many times have you nearly murdered each other?
Oh, there's been a few. It's when you're going through the hardship and you're like fatigued and you're hurting, you're in pain, maybe because you're just fatigued, and then there's mosquitoes and leeches biting you. Yeah, it puts you in a bad mood sometimes.
Hang on a sec. I've just remembered a story now. top of Bartle Frid, did one of you guys strip off because of all leech bites?
Yeah, that wasn't Bartle, but that was Peterbot in Mount Sora area, a bit further north.
Did you have to pick them off some weird spots?
There was hundreds.
So yeah,
of leeches, hundreds.
You couldn't stop because you got more on you. So walking back out, we just kept going, and they didn't use too much painkiller right when they bite, local anesthetic, so you could feel everything. And so we just ran to this rocky outcrop where there's no leeches to get onto you, and we'll declothe and deleach. And then I went ahead, Jody, about 10 meters, and all I hear was,
help,
Lewin. And she took a tumble down like a Razorback ridgeline, not too far, completely fine. But then she sees me coming back in through the forest, completely naked, with barefoot. Was I? Yeah. I was like, "Help me, get up! I'm upside down."
I couldn't see the line to get back up the ridge, to get back up onto the path that we were taking, and my backpack. I'm tumbled down the ridge line, trying to leech is biting me, and he just runs down stark naked. He's like, yeah, come down this or come up this way. So I make my way back up, and we together run to this rocky outcrop, and then I strip down, and we're just deleaching still. It was comical, yeah, and good for a story.
But to be honest, if you're going to get in that situation, you must be happy it's your partner rather than, your best mate or someone you don't even know. It could be worse, I guess.
Yeah, it's always a good bonding experience to be out in the middle of nowhere and
pulling leeches off private parts. Yeah, fantastic. Great. Well, that's just one story, and I can't believe I've remembered that one. What's one story do you think Lewin would never tell us about his adventures?
I don't have no secrets.
Yeah, he's pretty transparent. He does like to tell stories about when I flip out. He does, though. I have a famous phrase. This is not enjoyable, Lewin.
Oh, yes, that is a famous phrase. And where did that get coined?
Saddle Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are carrying all this rock climbing equipment, so trad climbing with the big metal cams and nuts and rope and helmets and harnesses. And we hiked up to the top of Saddle Mountain and slept off track. And when on the way back down, there was mosquitoes biting us. And
yeah, we were rappelling down a few faces and had a lot of heavy gear with us, and it was a slog. And there's a plane wreck at the top, which we never found. It was a lot. I think sometimes Lewin's plans are a bit grandiose for the time that we have, or for the abilities of the group sometimes.
I don't want to hear this. He's leading a hike next weekend, do you realise?
We've been back several times since and found this plane, but that was like one of the very early trips.
Is there anything now that you call out before you go on to where you know that, this isn't right, or no, I'm not even going to enter into this?
Is it going to be high reward?
I will do high effort, high reward.
Is there going to be a reward?
And what's reward for you?
A view.
A view.
Yep.
Waterfall.
Beautiful waterfalls.
Yeah.
Definitely views and beautiful waterfalls.
Sometimes the mountains around Townsville are just round pieces of dirt covered in rainforests, and you just get hiking there for the endorphins and for being on a summit that not many people go to. So,
what's the craziest adventure that you've led Lewin on?
We've done a lot of dives together. So I've been running a research program in French Polynesia since 2013, and got to bring Lewin along for a couple of the years, and dove with the tiger sharks, and that was pretty amazing. Even just snorkeling with the black tip reef sharks and the rays. And I remember one famous quote, "This is the best underwater experience I've ever had." And it warmed my heart. I mean,
it was pretty amazing.
To me, being underwater is very comfortable, but I know it's not super comfortable for a lot of people. And I would definitely be more afraid of crocs around here than sharks any day. I would take any shark over a croc, but I know that's not the case for a lot of people. So yeah, it just really warmed my heart when he had such a good experience underwater.
There was this drift dive in French Polynesia where we just sat comfortably, peacefully, in a kind of meditative state, and just drifted. I don't know how far we drifted. Do you know?
Oh, I mean, it was probably an hour dive or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good amount of time.
And you could just see these sharks above you and below you and beside you, or not really below because we're pretty much on the bottom. But yeah, you can play, like you can get air inside of a plastic bottle, give it a scrunch, and then the sharks can pinpoint that location and go swarm that area. So once you squeeze the bottle, take your hand away because they all just come out of everywhere, every direction, and just come. It's crazy.
That's crazy. So when you say drift dives, I'm not a diver whatsoever. In fact, I'd have a giant fear of it, not because of the sharks, just because of the water and the claustrophobia, I think. But anyway, that's my mental state. How far down when you drift dive? Like, are you just below the surface? Or are you down like 10 meters?
20 meters, I think that one was.
Yeah, that one probably would have been between 15, 20 meters, but in places where there's a strong current. So the boat will drop you off at one spot and then pick you up where the current would take you, down
Pretty
current.
cool.
So zero effort, you're just going literally going with the flow.
I'm thinking of the turtle from Finding Nemo, right? Just down that flow. Anyway, what would you say is your favorite place to adventure around here?
I guess we're really lucky to have a lot of different types of terrain around Townsville. So we can go and see a lot of beautiful rainforest, and then you get that lush, the ferns and the leaves brushing up against your skin as you're walking through the rainforest, and the air is fresh, and it's just, like the canopy. It's really, really nice to be in the canopy when you're in the rainforest. So thinking of Paluma, that's a beautiful region to do a lot of adventures. I remember one adventure we were looking for, was it Mount Benham?
Yes.
And I was in that very meditative state, just being in the rainforest.
Zen.
And I crouched down to look at some beautiful mushrooms on the floor of the forest. And Lewin was ahead of me, like usual. And I'm taking some photos of these beautiful mushrooms and, kind of going at all angles. And then I stand up and, kind of like lost my sense of direction because I had gone around in circles looking at these beautiful mushrooms and start walking in the total opposite direction of where Lewin was.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. You went downhill instead of following this old, disused long road, completely overgrown. But if a keen eye could see it, yeah, I reckon
so
you just missed it.
This was my navigation struggle, just being in that very zen place in the rainforest and then standing up and like, okay, which way do I go? So I think the rainforest is beautiful for that reason, because I think you can just get lost in it. And then we've got more of the scrubby vegetation. If we go down, I loved Mount Storth. We've done Mount Storth a few times. The views from Mount Storth are absolutely gorgeous, and that's in Cape Bowling Green National Park.
Bowling Green Bay National Park.
Bowling Green Bay National Park.
No one gets that right.
No one gets that right.
He corrects them on every occasion.
Well, I was nodding. I'm like, hey, that's not right. Cape Bowling Green is a bit further south, but same national park.
That's gorgeous view. But that's very straight up, lots of grass plants and a much drier vegetation. But, still within 30, 40 minutes of Townsville. So it's great to be here to have so many different options in terms of vegetation and views. And, of course, so many options for waterfalls as well. So I guess that's why I love adventuring around here, because there's always something different.
So many options, right? And when's the book Life with Lewin, How Am I Not Dead Yet going to come out? What's the release date?
Well, I've literally been working on it for 5 years. I was telling some friends the other day, because we were talking about our anniversary, and we had a first date canyoning down Jarama Falls. And so essentially abseiling through the waterfalls of Jarama Falls. And, the first couple months you're dating someone and, you're trying to impress them and, be a bit fearless. So that was what he took me on. And that was super fun. It was a really, really great day. And then for my first date with him, I took him climbing the face of Castle Hill. So he had just been really getting into outdoor climbing during that time. And so I'd been climbing Castle Hill, and we climbed Vision together at night. I'd only ever climbed it at night. So it's a multi-pitch, 3-pitch climb up the face near the Saint on Castle Hill. So we tell our friends this, you guys were trying to kill each other from day one.
Yeah. At least it hasn't changed since then, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's always an adventure with Lewin.
Dare I ask what crazy things you guys are getting up to this weekend?
Canyoning.
Of course.
Yeah. Massive drop up near Walderman Falls.
Yeah, Lewin's doing this one with a friend, and I'm doing a trail run race on Maggie Island.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The My Carney Toyota Trail Run series, right?
Yep. So that's a really fun trail run series that we have here in Townsville.
Yep.
Annually, 6 races, I think, per year. And yeah, it's just a good excuse to get on the trails and have some fun. And
Yeah, great. It's the great events that they host.
yeah, absolutely. Good community feel as well.
Yep. Beautiful. Well, have fun canyoning, have fun running. Good luck in the race. What's the distance?
I'm doing the middle one, so it's 12K.
I was half expecting you to say, just 90, just a short one this weekend. No, just...
I'm not the crazy one of the two of us.
I don't know.
What are you up to, Blair?
Me, I've some in-laws in town, so we're going on a sunset yacht tonight, back up Mount Stewart on Sunday morning. So
Excellent.
nothing too crazy. I'm just saving myself for when you lead us in this stupid adventure next weekend, apparently. Or I'm scared. You say it's half easy, but I'm very conscious that it's Lewin easy, which means it's not. So
We'll be done by halfway through the day.
excellent. Well, have fun on the weekend, guys. Good luck. Thanks for coming in too. It's great to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
And whatever you guys are up to over the weekend, please take care. We'll be back with more adventures next week on Taking a Hike.